Hey, this is Dr. Dave. I am on a 60-day journey to lose 5% of my body fat. And for me, that's 5 inches around my waist in 60 days. Is that possible? Is it reasonable? Am I going to have to starve myself? The answer is I don't think so. Whole food can do tremendous things to reverse our health problems. I had a heart attack 10 years ago, and this is why I'm doing it. And to celebrate my 10th anniversary after having a heart attack on December 23rd, I am hoping to have my waist size down to 31 inches, which would put me around 20% body fat if you're using the relative fat mass calculator. Now, this calculator has been validated with against DEXA and other things, and it seems to be pretty accurate. It's genetics that really help me store my fat in the midsection. I kind of envy people who store fat all over their body, more subcutaneous, but me, that's not. You look at my face, other parts of my body, you see there's not a lot of subcutaneous fat there. It stores around the belly, which increases my risk of having some problems. So right now, as you see, I'm at 36 inches. I want to get down to 31 inches, which according to this calculator would put me at about 20% body fat. That is not my ultimate goal, but it is my intermediate goal, and I want to do it in 60 days. So what am I going to be doing to make that happen? I hope you join me on the journey to find out and figure it all out. One of the things I'm going to be doing is eating a lot of what I've already have been eating most of the time that got me healthy from no, that's not what I'd been eating most of the time that got me healthy from my heart attack. It's eating vegetables. Yeah, I know. I already eat a lot of vegetables. I already eat 5 to 7 servings of vegetables. So what am I going to do different? I already eat usually 1 to 3 servings of fruit, always a berry in there, almost always a berry. I eat at least 1 serving of lentils or chickpeas or some type of legume every day, sometimes 2 or 3. Whole grains, well, I usually have at least 1, if not up to 3 servings of whole grains every day. And I have some nuts and seeds, 1 to 2 servings, sometimes more. That's something I got to be careful of. Like, it's easy to overeat roasted peanuts or roasted nuts of any kind, but including seeds and nuts in the diet is important. But I already do most of this. So what is going to be different? One of the things I'm going to do different is I am going to eliminate almost all processed food. I've eaten a lot of plant-based foods. I mean, come on, corn chips, they're plant-based. Even Doritos, you can go as far as saying they're vegan. Coca-Cola, I don't drink Coca-Cola. Some Doritos aren't vegan. I mean, Oreos, they're vegan. So there's a lot of things that can creep into my life in small amounts that can make a big difference and add up and rob my body of the resources it needs to continue this healing process. One reason why it's so important for me, and you look at me, I have a healthy weight. I do have a little bit too big of a gut. But one of the reasons it's so important for me coming up to this 10th anniversary is at 44, I had a heart attack. And this is one of the reasons probably why. This little type of cholesterol called lipoprotein, little a is how it's referred to. You see that little a? Mine is sky high. I mean, crazy high. It's actually gone up. So this is not healthy. This is the most atherogenic type of lipoprotein, little a, especially in those concentrations. And diet and lifestyle don't typically lower it too much, although I was 100 points lower when I did it a couple of years ago. So we're going to see if I can get back down to that level and also make my other cholesterol numbers look good as well. I wanted this secondary prevention. I want to get that down to closer to 70. And for ApoB, I want it under 80. I know they say below 90 is optimal. Well, for someone who's already had a heart attack, below 80, this is another form of cholesterol that is more dangerous than other forms. Not all cholesterols are created equal. So I'm going to do it through whole food, plant-based, mostly unprocessed foods altogether, very low in added salt, and hopefully very low in sugar. Sugar is like a hard thing for me to get rid of in some ways. And no oils, no added oils. But I'm going to eat copious amounts of these foods. I'm not going to just eat a little bit. I'm going to eat a lot, as much as I want of these foods here, of the vegetables, as much as I want. No limitations there. I will limit this to 2 or 3 servings a day, maybe a little bit more on some days. And I will limit this to 3, even 4 servings on some days would be okay. And whole grains, these are unrefined, unprocessed grains, not grains that have been turned into flour. I might have a tiny little bit of that when it comes to like buckwheat flour or something like that, but not much. It's mostly the whole intact grain is what I'm going for. In nuts and seeds, I will continue to eat my ground flax seeds and ground chia seeds on a regular basis, and also have some walnuts and pecans and the some sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are phenomenal for the prostate. They contain so many things, but in their whole intact form for the most part, except for flax seeds that need to be ground. Another thing I'm going to be doing that's different is I haven't been doing a great job of exercising. So my goal is to do 11,000 or more steps per day and at least 4,000 at some moderate intensity or greater. So about 30 minutes a day at a moderate intensity. This still isn't something that's radical or crazy. And then go to the gym. I actually got a gym membership now 3 days a week to work on resistance training and building more muscle. And then my last thing I'm going to do, it's focus more on sleep. I'm going to shut the screens off earlier. I'm going to have a more consistent bedtime and disconnect from the world at an earlier time and see if I can't increase my average to 7 hours, because I'm closer to 6 hours now, which is not great for burning that belly fat. Well, I hope you join me on this journey, and I hope you get inspired to step out and start eating more. You don't have to go as far as I've gone, but if you just add a serving of vegetables to your life, you'll be moving in the right direction. Thanks, and have a great day.